And now it's time for another vacation rental mailbag. Today we're going to be talking about family and friends. All right, the first question is, what about family and friends? Should we let family and friends come stay at our Airbnb? That is not a cleaning question, but it leads to a series of cleaning questions, so we're going to answer that question. Yes, you can have family and friends come stay at your place, but there need to be rules and boundaries in place. Now, a lot of people will say immediate family only gets to come stay at my Airbnb. And other people will say all family and friends if we're not booked. And then there are other people that work like the airlines do. If you're an airline employee, they give you 8 buddy passes a year. Any family and friends, immediate family, distant relatives, anybody you want, but it's limited to an 8-day or an 8-person travel package. And so you could do something like that where you say, I'm giving away 8 nights per year. And it could be a first come, first served basis, or it could just be you decide on a per person basis as the opportunity arises. But that way you're limiting your home or your vacation rental to not have just random friends and family come stay with you for weeks at a time when you could be turning that property for cash. All right, that leads us to the next question. If I have friends and family coming and I'm going to comp the stay, do I also comp the cleaning fee? That's a really interesting question because here's what happens. When friends and relatives come to your house, you still have to clean the place. You have to clean it before they come, and you have to clean it after they leave. And so you end up going through the exact same process for the cleaning as you would if it were any other guest, right? So you still have to pay for the cleaning person to come in. They still have to do the damage report. They still have to do before and after pictures. If your friends and relatives leave something behind, they have got to spend the time and energy contacting those people, taking pictures of the stuff, sending it back or shipping it back to the friends and relatives. And so you don't want to get in the habit where you're doing all this for free. And so you might say you're welcome to stay at my house, but you still have to pay the cleaning fee and still charge them the cleaning fee. And my recommendation is that you do charge them the cleaning fee, and here's the reason why. If they're paying something, they're going to be more respectful of your space. If you just give them everything for free, including the cleaning, they might treat you like family. And they might just move in on top of you and leave all their stuff lying about and food left out on the counters and what have you. Then you've got this horrendous mess that you have to clean up, and they've paid you nothing for it. So you might say, we don't do our own cleaning. We hire that out. We got to pay that either way. So that's non-negotiable. They do this in the airline industry, right? They give you the buddy passes, but you still have to pay the taxes on the amount of travel that they're doing. So it's not 100% free. There are strings attached. And I like the strings attached policy because that prevents you from being taken advantage of as a host. It also prevents you from being taken advantage of as a house cleaner. Now, if you want to do it for free, let's say that it's your parents and you don't want your parents to have to pay for the stay and you don't want them to have to pay for the cleaning, you will be responsible for that. And so either you as a host clean it yourself, or if you're hiring your house cleaner, you're still going to have to pay them. So either way you look at it, this is a gift to them, okay? So you're either gifting the whole package, you're charging them for the cleaning fee, or you're putting a limitation on the amount of nights people can stay. All right, so those are a couple of ways of doing that. The next question on family and friends comes from a house cleaner. And the house cleaner wants to know, can my sister come help me do the turnover service so she can pick up days when I'm in school and I'm not able to do the turnover service? She says, I can make most of the days, but I do have one class, and if the booking falls on a certain day, I can't be there. Can my sister come fill in for me? All right, that's a sticky question because I would love to say yes so that you can have it all covered and, the host and the guests, everyone is well taken care of. But the answer is no, she cannot unless she's bonded and insured and has been trained properly in house cleaning and is a representation or a representative of your company. Because what happens if you are the person the host is expecting, and you show up every day and you do a specific type of work, it's your reputation. Then if your sister comes and she's not as thorough as you, and we all know that 2 people do not work exactly alike, even if they're related and they're in the same family. And so she may come in, but she may skip things, or she may not be as thorough, or whatever, okay? But that is your business reputation on the line. And if your sister is representing you and she doesn't meet the standards, for whatever reason, you could lose the account and you could lose the job. And so unless she works for you, unless she's a part of your business, she's under your insurance policy, she's been trained and all these other things, the answer is no, you cannot do that. It would be the same as if you outsourced it to a third party. This would be someone that you hired that came to work for you. All those same rules and regulations apply, even if it's your friends and family. So the answer is, I wouldn't just bring friends and relatives along on a job unless you have proper clearance. Because if something malfunctions on that property, and it can, we don't know what they are, but it can, and it happens all the time. And then there are lawsuits, there are people getting fired, there's all kinds of problems that go on. And you're like, it was my sister, it was my mom, it was whomever. It doesn't matter. This is your business, and you are acting as a paid service provider. And if you bring another paid service provider on site, they've got to follow all those rules and regulations. Anyway, that's a little bit about friends and family. Gives you something to think about. If you found this tip helpful, please pass it on to a friend. If you have questions, you can leave those in the links below.